Hey YouTube, it's Justin, aka demonicsweaters, here again with another video about the Simmons SD1250 electronic drum kit. The more I play around with this thing, the more awesome I think this drum kit actually is. But I just wanted to show you guys a few things today. Number one being you can use double bass with this particular drum set. It does work on the trigger actually really well. It kind of works better with a double kick drum pedal than it does with a single kick drum pedal. I think because it's so sensitive with a single kick, when you have the double kick and they're a little bit off center, it actually brings that sensitivity down a little bit. It makes it a little bit better to play, quite honestly. Also, what I'm going to be doing today is checking out the various apps that you can use using the Bluetooth MIDI function on the module, which is a really, really cool function. Now, some people are disappointed when they get it, thinking that it has Bluetooth where you can connect your phone to hear audio using Bluetooth, but that's not actually what the Bluetooth is for. It is actually a MIDI connection, which in my opinion is a little bit cooler than having the audio connection, because then you can send wireless MIDI to an iPad for using their Simmons app for editing the kits within the drum set, as well as sampling your own sounds. You can also connect to other MIDI programs on like an iPad, and then you can take the audio output from the iPad and just plug it right into the back of the module. It has an iPad holder on the module, making all of this stuff quite easy to do. So let me go ahead and show you some of this right now. Before we get started though, be sure to follow me on Spotify. There's some links down below. I have a lot of music. I just created a new playlist called the Ethereal playlist, and you can check that out, as well as all of the other music by Demonic Sweaters on Spotify. All right, firstly, I just wanted to show you right there, I have my Mapex double kick drum pedal on there, and it works really, really well. I don't have the audio plugged into the camera just yet, but you'll be able to hear it here in a little bit. But as you can see, both beaters hit kind of in good spots, and there's plenty of room on each side. So yeah, and this pedal doesn't even have a very narrow two beaters. And I also have the Gibraltar tennis ball beaters on there right now, which helps quite a bit bring down some of the noise. So these are really nice. All right, next let me show you some of the cool stuff you can do with the Bluetooth on this module. Let me go ahead and press the Bluetooth button on here, and it's going to start flashing. And then I'll open up the Simmons Advanced Drum app, and you can see right there it says Connect Device, and it already has the SD1250. You can see it right there, and I just tap it and it's going to connect. And then once it connects to the device, it's going to open up an edit menu. So right here we have our main menu of the kit that I'm on right now. I'm on the acrylic kit, and you can see when I hit a drum, there's a snare. If I hit a drum, any drum on the drum set, it switches to the appropriate pad, and then you can make all of your adjustments here on the iPad rather than dig through the menus on the module. So now that I'm back on my snare drum, if I just tap edit right here, it brings up the snare drum menu. And you can see here, I can actually scroll through all the different snares on the kit very easily, and a nice visual display to be able to edit your sounds. It's really, really nice to do it this way. You have your level, your panning, your effects send, your pitch, the filter, envelope, and a nice visual representation of all of this stuff on the iPad, which really just makes this module really, really good. It really puts it a cut above a lot of the other drum modules I've tried, out there, even including like the TD27 by Roland didn't have these kind of features. This is really, really nice. All right, let's go ahead and exit out of this menu here, and now let's get back to the main menu. You can see if we tap up here on the left, it brings up us to our sampler. And this is really, really awesome. You can see there it's picking up my voice talking. It's just using the iPad microphone. I didn't bring an external microphone to plug in there, but say I did have an external microphone. Let's go ahead and just do it with the iPad microphone. I'm going to press record and then clap my hands. That one kind of sucked. Let's do that again. One more. Okay, that last one was pretty good. Okay, so now we can go into trim and edit sample. Let's go into here. And then once I get the trim that I like, I can even come in here and normalize the sample, which will bring up the level. And then I can just say save selection as, and now let's just call it clap. And I'm sorry for the background noise. I'm here at my school and the class just let out. there in the hallway there behind me. So let's go ahead and save that. Now, in order to save the sample to the module itself, you're going to have it connected via USB, which I don't have right now connected, but that's how you would do it if you want to upload it to the module itself. So I'm just going to say, okay, got it. And then it'll be there in my app, so I can always go back and add it in there later. The other thing that I thought was really cool about this, let's go in here to this function, which is the play along function. And as you can see there, I already have an Ace Frehley. As you can see there, I already have an Ace Frehley track loaded in. And the way I did that is I just went into my music here, just press that, and then I can go to artists. And then it goes into my, you know, whatever music player you have on your iPad. I have Apple Music here. And then I just selected Ace Frehley, selected the album. And for some reason, I don't know why, not all of them are available, but I just selected New York Groove. And now you can see it just loads up that song in the app. Now when I play this back, it will actually play through the module because I have it plugged into the auxiliary input. And you can play along to the song basically right there through the interface that's on the iPad. All right, I just wanted to show you guys another function of the wireless Bluetooth MIDI, and that is the program Melodics. Now, Melodics is a really cool piece of software. I use this a lot with my students. It's basically a drum learning software where basically I just connected the same way through the settings of Melodics with the the Bluetooth MIDI device. So now let's just go ahead and find a lesson in here. Let's preview this one and see how that sounds. Turn it down just a little bit. Okay, so let's open that up. And what I'm doing here is actually I have the drums running through a speaker right now. I didn't bring my laptop to record it directly, but you can see here the drums are all mapped to the app. So let's go ahead and try it. Let's open this up. And I'm going to go ahead and press play on the app. And what you do is you try to basically, I'm trying to talk and play, but basically you just have to hit the dots. And it really helps improve the student's timing. And the wireless MIDI is working perfectly for this. I don't know what that is, I didn't look, but pretty cool though. So good first attempt, I almost passed on my first try. But that's another really cool thing you can do with this Bluetooth MIDI. I mean, you could do it with another MIDI connection as well, but it's just very convenient to have the wireless function there. And then my audio output from the iPad is actually going back into the module's auxiliary input. So that way I'm connecting MIDI to the iPad via Bluetooth, and then audio from the iPad into the module with the line out connection on the iPad. So it's just really, really nice. My only criticism of this is I wish this tray was a little bit wider right here because it doesn't really fit my case. You know, it actually, it holds it okay. It doesn't seem like it's going to fall off of there really, but it doesn't really go down inside of the slot. If I wanted to fit in there, I'd have to take it out of the case, which I don't want to do, especially if I'm going to have kids here. I really like to keep my iPad in the case. But that's just another really cool thing you can do with this Bluetooth MIDI connection. All right, I just wanted to show you some other extremely useful things you can do with this little iPad stand here. And that is Garageband. Right now I have a Garageband session that I created a very long time ago. It's pretty, I don't know, it's just kind of a mess, but I figured I could use this as an example to what you can do. And number one, I'm actually recording audio. I have a just simple iRig here, and I'm running a mono output from the module into the iRig because that's the only kind of iRig that I have, is the old school single input kind, but it does work. So what I'm going to do is just show you guys a little bit of that, and then I'll show you another way that you can record into GarageBand using the Bluetooth MIDI. So first off, let's do the audio version, and then I'll show you some Bluetooth MIDI. All right, so the next thing I wanted to show you is still in Garageband here, and now we're connected with Bluetooth MIDI. So in order to do that, all you have to do is go in here to the Garageband settings, go into advanced, and then you'll see Bluetooth MIDI devices. And then I just selected the SD1250 as my input and output, and it was that easy. Everything triggers and works perfectly. So I'm gonna show you guys what it sounds like now a little bit with some Garageband MIDI drums being controlled with the Simmons SD1250. All right, as you can see, there are a lot of fun things you can do using an iPad and the Simmons SD1250. Having this little iPad tray up here is actually quite handy, and given the fact that it has Bluetooth MIDI as well as audio output and audio input, you could basically have a total recording studio right here on your module to your left if you have an iPad. So it's a really, really cool and fun thing to do. It gives you a lot of flexibility with the module, and I just really love it. I have a lot of fun with this, and I look forward to playing with this thing even more. There's gonna be even more videos coming. So anyway, thanks for watching, everybody. Don't forget to like and subscribe and click the bell icon so you get notified every time I upload new content. And once again, be sure to follow me on Spotify. There's some links down below. And I'll see you guys really soon. Have a great day.